Hey everybody, I'm Adam,
I'm Michael.
and we're going to talk about the 5 best things in Star Wars: Rise of Skywalker. I know this was a little bit of a stretch for us because we were kind of lukewarm about this movie,
Yeah.
but let's talk about...
No, it's not as hard as it was for Last Jedi when you said
True.
tell me the 5 best things.
Yeah,
That was a
really
struggle.
hard. I'll start with one.
Okay.
Palpatine's look, his appearance, like I felt that he looked like a horror villain.
Yeah.
And if you're going to have a big bad, I mean, at least stylistically, make him look like evil as shit.
I
And
agree.
He looked like a fucking deadite from
didn't-
Army of Darkness.
He did, yeah.
Had the fucking glazed over eyes. He looked all creepy as shit. Then he had like nub fingers.
I forgot about his nub fingers.
He had like little nub fingers. And
Yeah.
and he was being moved around by that apparatus, which looks like a total anime video game thing. I know you had a little...
It's driving me nuts. I swear it's like Brainiac or something from a video game. It's something where it connects into him and moves him around. I don't know. It bothers me.
I know you didn't like it as much as I did, but I thought at least like thematically, that's cool. And then his throne room, the throne, is like a callback to an old Ralph McQuarrie, I think, design for Darth Vader's throne. I think it was. It might have been the Emperor throne. So they actually did it, which I think was really
I thought
cool.
it looked familiar, but I couldn't think what it was. What, by the way, what was with all the Sith people?
I don't know.
You never saw any of them. They're just these little shapes moving in the background.
Yeah, I think those are like his disciples, but like, what are they doing?
It was like during Pod Racer. Like in the Pod Racer where they just kind of show a blur of moving bodies. It was like the same shit.
You got to wonder, like, what do those people do when they're not in that Coliseum chanting? Do they have normal lives? I don't know. All right. Do you just want me to like...
Yeah, just do it, and I'm going to tell you if I... Yeah.
The J.J. Abrams throwing salt at Rian Johnson.
Oh, yeah, that was... Yes, I agree.
Yeah.
Oh, you want me to say?
Yeah, I mean, I just explained the last thing.
So, to explain, when Rey kind of shit all over Star Wars and the whole Jedi mythos, and she threw Luke's... when Luke threw his own lightsaber off the side of the island into the ocean in Last Jedi. In this film, Rey tries to throw the fucking lightsaber again, except Ghost Force Luke, whatever the fuck you want to call Luke, catches it and says, that's no way to treat a Jedi's weapon or something like that along those lines, right?
It's basically like him saying, Rian Johnson, you fucked up.
You fucked up, yeah.
And I felt like Mark Hamill, like, just look on his face, it's like he was like, yes. Because I don't think he liked...
I don't think he liked any of this.
His character, like where his character went.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I do... I mean, it's pretty obvious that Abrams was a little mad about... Or at least didn't like where Ryan took the story. And, like, I felt like there was, like, little digs.
It is. It's like Ryan went through and just kind of shit all over the whole Jedi... Really, the mythos of the whole thing, like lightsabers don't really matter. Fuck the Force. Everyone's got Force powers. Remember at the beginning of they kind of showed like that woman that was the engineer at the beginning of Last Jedi, who kind of used the Force thing to drop. And I'm like,
I don't know. I don't think.
You didn't take it that way?
No,
I did.
I mean, at the end they showed like the little kids, like using the Force with the broom.
Yeah, I'm like, fuck off, man.
I actually appreciate that a little bit because Rian Johnson was basically saying like the Force isn't like a lineage thing. It's not just the Skywalkers.
I don't mind that. Yeah, I don't mind that.
I mean, if that was the message, I'm okay with that. But
it's too much Joss Whedon at the end of Buffy turning everybody into all the women into slayers. And I'm like, don't do it a little more creative. Anyway, go on.
What they were able to do to create a performance with Carrie Fisher, I thought was
serviceable,
done very well. I mean,
it was well.
There's a couple scenes. I mean, obviously they probably shot it to their advantage, like using the same lighting that they would have had. But I mean, considering she didn't shoot a damn thing for this,
right?
Kudos to the people who designed the shots, did the visual effects, to get her in there, like paste her in there.
There's more thinking behind the whole keeping her looking like she's alive than there was the whole fucking storyline. I mean, if you think about
That's
it,
true.
They took some time.
I love that we're doing a best of, but still finding ways to shit on it.
Sorry.
Which is fine. But, I mean, it became painfully obvious when they ran out of B-roll and stuff of her, and they were like, she's just going to go lay down and die now. Literally, yeah. The next thing, number 4. Well, these aren't really in any kind of order.
Yeah.
Kylo Ren's arc in this film.
In this film, yes.
His arc in general, I think, is the most thought out in the entire trilogy.
It is. I hated how he looked like a spoiled 3-year-old in the first movie.
Yeah, but this one, like, it was good, and he actually got a chance to like do a little more. I mean, because Adam Driver's a good actor.
He's a really good actor. Yeah,
and he got to do a little bit more of his range, and
he did.
I wish like the story was actually revolved around him, and not
Rey. More Rey. Yeah.
Nothing against Daisy Ridley.
Yeah. I thought she was great. I think the two of them are great actors.
Yeah. I just thought like his story is more interesting.
Yeah, it is more interesting. I agree.
Yeah. So yeah, I like Adam Driver. I think he's a highlight of this trilogy, if there is.
I wanted more time with him than anybody else.
Yeah,
I did.
Yeah. But the final best thing, because we're only doing 5, is now it's over.
Thank God.
I mentioned this in our podcast episode, but I think that now that whatever Star Wars film that they do next doesn't have to adhere to the Skywalker legacy and saga, it's going to be so much better.
Yeah, it has to have no ties to it at all. You can just do
because if it has to do with that particular story, everyone's always going to be comparing it to the original trilogy and this, that, and everyone's going to be fucking fighting with each other on Twitter, and it's going to be annoying as fuck at the end of time.
100% agree. I'm tired of the stress.
Yeah.
It is. It's like, how are they going to fuck this up now? And I'm tired of... And the problem is I know I have to see it.
Yeah.
That's what bothers me.
Yeah. So those are our 5 best things about Rise of Skywalker. Do you agree? Do you have a list of your own? Let us know in the comments. And if you like this, you can like it like physically by pressing that button and subscribing.
Yes, please.
Was this good?